Good morning and good afternoon, whatever the time you are listening. My name is Navi, one of your hosts.
My name's Ary, the other host.
And today we're starting our first podcast. Ary, how do you feel?
I feel excited. I'm pumped.
I'm pumped. I am, but it's gonna be something new for sure.
For sure.
So, we wanted to start a pod. Well, let's actually introduce ourselves a bit. So, my name is Navi. I like walks on the beach. I don't know. I don't like. What do you?
Oh, so this is like a Tinder bio, I guess.
No, it's not. We're not looking for love here.
Or are we?
No. So my name is Navi. I've been hanging out. I can't really say anything interesting much. It's just that we just wanted to start this podcast. Like, I don't know what else to say.
Yeah. I mean, my name's Ary, and same thing. I mean, we just love to talk.
Yeah.
We don't know when to stop.
True. No, Ary came up with, like, she kind of came up with me, and she was like, hey, I want to do a podcast. And I was like, but why?
But why? Because, like,
but why?
So this is my reason behind why I want to start a podcast with my best friend. Because literally I sometimes, we're just talking, we get into real deep conversations, and they're really interesting. I'm not gonna lie. And
I feel like they're definitely listen worthy.
Yeah, they're listen worthy. Think about it.
Yeah.
Like, we talk about dumb stuff sometimes, and it's funny, or sometimes we just get into something like super deep. Like, sometimes I think, what if we just recorded this and then listened back to it, and like,
even if nobody else, just as long as we listen, that's all we need to know.
Yeah, it's just, in all honesty, it's just for us.
Yeah, I agree. So we want to start this podcast. It's called Variety Coffee. The name, the reasoning of the name. Let's talk about it, because a lot, like, I feel like it's a little weird.
It's special.
I guess.
I think it's special.
I feel like it's every other podcast name.
Really? I mean, I searched up everything, like, to see if anybody had the name. No,
yeah.
we are rare. We are special, unique.
No, yeah. So we liked Variety Coffee. We're thinking that this podcast will be basically based off of variety topics, just random topics. Like, we really don't want to go too much into, like, a main topic for us. And then also, we like coffee.
Her lid came off.
My lid came off.
I spilled some.
So we're gonna drink coffee every single time we do this podcast. We're thinking we do it every Saturday or every other Saturday. We're still kind of unsure on scheduling of when. We also want to do it live, which is cool. Live where, Ary? Where are we doing it live?
Live on, I don't know, honestly. I'm just here. No.
Oh my. Okay. Yep. Okay. No, YouTube. We're doing it on YouTube live.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll remember that next time.
Next time I ask you.
I will let these people know we're live on YouTube next time.
Yeah. So it's exciting, because I feel like this is just gonna be like something new for both Ary and I, and it's gonna be fun.
It's a good time.
As you're probably watching this and you see a nice, lovely logo of a picture. Yeah, we made that. Drew it ourselves.
I'm not gonna lie.
So I don't know if I mean, I can't really introduce it. Like, I can't say much about ourselves because it's a little hard. Like, basically, I'm the duck and Ary's.
I am the cat. I wear glasses, so that should give you a little hint.
Yeah. Ary's the cat. I'm the duck, and we're Variety Coffee. It's just a little fun podcast we want to start doing. And I'm excited.
I'm super excited.
What do you tell Ary, like, what are we gonna do?
For future plans.
Yeah, what are future plans for this podcast?
Let's talk a little bit about that. Let's see. So, this is our intro. So obviously, we're not planning on keeping you guys here for an hour-long intro.
Yeah.
But for future plans, we will be talking more about something a little more interesting, stuff that's going on in our lives, stuff that's going on in the world, current issues
you can relate to.
Exactly.
Definitely no conservative topics.
No. We don't like that.
Yeah, we're gonna keep it mellow, keep it chill. And some other future plans.
Maybe in the future we're thinking about having some special guests. And we do have some people in mind. We kind of have a list, but we will have to talk to them, see if they're down.
Yeah, and like, honestly, okay, so I do want to talk into the topic of, like, I was never into podcasts. Like, I always thought it was such a waste of time. Like, and I was like, wow, you're just listening to two people
talking.
you hardly know talking. I thought that was super weird. But recently I did end up liking podcasts, and then when Adi mentioned, hey, I want to start a podcast, I was like, you know what? Let's just do it. Like, let's just send it. And so here we are doing it. And if you find the time to listen to us, I mean, like my brother, he always was like, I listen to podcasts on long drives. I listen to podcasts when I'm, doing something like that. I think that's what the enjoyment of podcasts is.
It's a good time waster. Like what's the word
background
for it?
noise.
Yeah, background noise.
Yeah, and you just like listen to it, and you just, I don't know, we wanted to make a podcast where like people can just like relate. It's not really like we're gonna help anyone here. Like, it's kind of just, we're just gonna talk.
If we're giving advice, like it won't be that good. Just know it won't be that good. Relationship advice, I wouldn't know.
Not me having relationship advice.
No ma'am.
But yeah, we want to just do this and we just want to have fun with it. This
is gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good time. I hope you guys are having fun with us.
Yeah, and share it, like it,
subscribe,
have some more of it. But yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll just like mention like what coffees are we drinking? What do we have on the coffee menu today, boys?
We have a white toasted chocolate mocha.
It's a TikTok drink.
Yeah, tell us what's in it, Navi. Because you ordered it from me.
It's a white mocha, white toasted mocha. I'm sorry. It has vanilla sweet cream foam.
It has foam.
I have a speech impediment. All right, let's calm down.
It's okay.
It has caramel drizzle, and then it has no whip. This is a TikTok drink that just like blew up.
I honestly hope you guys are drinking coffee with us, because how fun would that be? All of us drinking coffee.
A lot of people don't like coffee.
Like who? Like I don't know a lot of people.
I'm not gonna list names, but I've met a lot of people that are like, coffee, and I'm like,
what's wrong with you? How do you get through the day? Like, where does your energy come from?
I agree.
Like what?
I'm just like, I don't understand. Like, what is the taste? Like, they don't like the taste, and it just baffles me, because you can make coffee sweet or bitter.
Yeah,
it's up to you. But yeah, people don't like coffee, and so
But my thing is like, how do you just wake up with like energy, like a full bar of energy? I wake up and I feel tired, disgusting. I'm like, where is my coffee? Like, I need it.
You need it stat.
I need it stat.
Yeah, no, I don't know. People just don't like the taste. And then they say, they say to me, they go, when I'm older. And I'm like, you're 18.
like or like you're 21.
You're 25, bro.
Yeah,
like,
the people
what do
we
you
talk
mean
to,
when you're older?
They're older
already.
Yeah,
we meet a lot of older people. And so like that interests me. I'm like, when you're older.
When you're older. What do you mean when you're older? Like when you're like 50?
What are you, 4? Like
what are you, 4?
Like, you haven't tried it yet? Like, I'm a little confused. Anyway, no hate though. We should probably not hate on them, because
No, I hate on them. It's like, what's wrong with you? Grow up. I'm just kidding.
They just clicked off.
And they just stopped listening.
And they just finished. Okay, no. But yeah, no hate, but it's strange to me. It is strange. I'm like, what? Why?
Why are you this
coffee's
way?
It's just so good. Like,
it is. Who got you into coffee, Navi?
I actually struggled drinking coffee. I was just. I didn't want to be like an addict, like you.
Well then. Damn.
Just kidding. No, and so I would drink like half a cup, and then slowly it progressed. So it's definitely an addiction.
We had a phase where it was honestly so bad. We would like want coffee all day, and it wouldn't
survive the day.
Yeah, like the thing is we even talked about this actually. We were like, we need more than 1 cup. We need it. Like it's a need. Like that's how we get through the day. And then slowly it just started like becoming to like 1 cup. But today we decided to get a venti. And if you don't know what that
is a venti at Starbucks considered like 2 cups of coffee?
I would say it does, because honestly, how many shots of espresso are in a venti?
I think last I've seen it had like 4
shots.
I think so, but
that's still a lot.
I don't know. Your brother works at Starbucks.
I mean, we could ask him, like, have a special guest. I have a Starbucks barista, Mr. Isaac Zubia, my brother.
Yeah, he works at Starbucks. I'm curious. Like, it's just 2 cups. Like, for me, I thought that was a lot.
2 cups.
Yeah, but then now I'm drinking this big ass cup, and I'm like,
it's a venti.
This is like 2 cups in one.
This is enough. Like, this barely is enough.
Yeah, but I don't know. People just don't like coffee, and it baffles me. I'm gonna go back to that because it's just
you're just weirded out by it. It's like, why don't you like it?
But then people can argue because I don't like the taste of beer. Oh my gosh, it's disgusting.
Disgusting.
And I'll probably get hated for this, but it's just not tasty to me, and personally, I just don't like it. And
I mean, I get that.
But the difference between coffee and beer is you could change coffee. You can make it sweet.
What am I
you drink it black.
What am I gonna do? Add creamer to beer?
Yeah, exactly. I guess you could add flavor. What's the flavor?
What's the flavor? But yeah, I get that. I totally get that.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'll probably get hated on for that.
I mean, yet again, we're like 12.
Audie, don't tell them our age. We agreed not to tell them our age. We're not 12. We're not.
Or are we?
No, we're not 12. Imagine being 12 and starting a podcast.
Oh, imagine how interesting that would be. What were you like when you were 12?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
I don't even remember.
I kind of remember. Like, what grade were you in when you were 12? When you were 12?
I think you're in 6th grade.
6th grade. Oh my goodness. I hated 6th grade.
Oh yeah, I hated it too. Lockers? Ugh.
You had lockers? Excuse me, what?
You didn't?
Wait a minute. No, I didn't have lockers.
Dude,
actually.
Like 6th grade is the year you get introduced to lockers.
Well, I did not.
What year were you introduced to lockers?
Freshman year.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I literally did. I didn't have lockers when I was in 6th grade.
Did you like lockers? Did you use them?
Yes, when I was a freshman. Oh yeah, like I used my lockers like my entire time in high school. I always used my lockers.
Really? I don't think I've ever used a locker.
No, I loved it.
I think in middle school I did because I was like, this is cool. Like elementary didn't have lockers. We had cubbies.
Nobody knows my code.
Yeah, no. This is my code.
Did you ever get those like locks that were like the ones that are like up, down, side, left and right?
No, you were rich if you got that.
I know.
That's on period.
That's period.
My dad's like,
facts.
you can use your brothers. You don't need those fancy like coded ones.
Yeah. Like we always got the ones with the numbers, like the basic like $5.
Roll twice left,
silver,
roll twice right.
Right. Yeah. Like, but like those people who also had the letter ones, and then like you would
spell their name.
No, spell their name. I would like. I'm not gonna lie. I put bad words. Yeah,
did
like
you
I did.
Set the code for those?
What? Yeah.
The letter ones, like
you could choose your own like word and stuff. Like with my friend, I shared a locker with her, and she had one, and like I forgot what word she chose. It was like, I honestly think she put yeet. It was YEET. She just put yeet.
They would have never guessed that.
They would have never guessed it. Exactly. It's who puts yeet? Like people always put bad words.
Would?
Like obviously a high schooler is gonna like want to put a bad word on a worded lock.
The combination.
The combination is a bad word. Like exactly.
I think I used lockers freshman year, I want to say, and elementary. Or no, sorry, not elementary. Middle school. I think I remember using that.
Right.
And I think in middle school I did it because I was like, oh, this is cool. Like, again, cubbies.
Cubbies.
We graduated from cubbies. Like
cubbies who?
Exactly.
Dude, I love cubbies though. Like if you think about it, that concept,
there is no privacy. No privacy.
Well, what do you need privacy for? Your hoodie or zip up hoodie from H&M?
You don't need
from
to know.
Justice?
You don't. Whoa.
No.
I never shopped at Justice. Old Navy was the go-to.
Really?
But
I shopped at Justice.
But cubbies, there's no privacy. Like your teacher can just snoop in. She has every right. Locker, oh, you snoop in. I'll sue you. I'll get my lawyer.
My property.
Imagine a 6th grader. I'll get my lawyer.
You touched my lock. You opened my locker. You're getting sued.
I will get my lawyer.
I will get my lawyer. That's how you know that child belongs to like a Karen family.
Bro. You can't call out Karens right now.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry to all the Karens, but it's true. It's
Shout
like
out to all the Karens.
And their lawyers, get me the manager, get me the lawyers. Yeah, no, like,
There's no privacy.
but like, my thing is like, what do you need privacy for? Your glittery jacket, your glittery like, your pencil case.
You know why? Because when you
what did you have, Navi?
Listen, hear me out.
Well, I'm hearing you out.
When I got my locker, I would make my dad buy me those like locker shelves.
Oh yeah, yes.
I went all out, bro.
Dude,
I would get those, and then I'd get like the little magnets that you put on the doors.
Okay.
And people would steal that.
What?
People, I remember hearing stories.
For your cubbies?
No. I'm talking about my locker.
Oh, your locker.
Yeah.
I was like, dang, you went all out for the cubby.
No. If you had a cubby and you got those locker shelves, no privacy. People would steal it. Absolutely.
If you steal my
Elementary
shelf
kids are dirty.
from my cubby, I will sue. I will. At that point, I'm suing. I will get my lawyer. That's a shelf for a cubby, man.
Yeah,
like,
but in middle school, I remember hearing stories like, "Oh my God, Jessica stole my shelf," and I was like,
"What,
Jessica, bro?" It's always the Jessica.
It's always the Jessica. That's facts, though. Why do I?
Okay, it's okay.
But like, I don't know. For my locker, this is what my locker looked like. Because my parents would never want to help me like invest in like a chandelier for my locker.
Oh yeah, no. My dad was like, "You don't need that. You don't need that."
Like, I wouldn't even get magnets or anything. I would have to decorate my own locker. And like, the thing is, at my school, when I first started using lockers, like, we had colorful lockers like based on the building. So like, there would be like A, B, C, D, and E building. And so like in an F building, actually, there was green lockers. So my first locker was green. Oh. It was this bright lime green.
But didn't that mean, wait, it was based on building, or was it based on your grade?
It was based on building, because if you were a senior and you had a locker in that building, the F building is freshman building. That's typically where all the freshmen go. But for some reason, freshmen. Typically, they do end up sending seniors to the freshman building, and they would have a green locker.
Weird.
But it was mostly for the freshmen. Yeah. So my first locker was a bright as lime green, and like, I would decorate it myself with like sticky notes, stuff that I would draw, and like, I love like doodling and stuff like that. Like, in class, I'm just like drawing a little eye or something. Like, I'm just always drawing something, and that's what I used to decorate my locker, is like my own drawings, because I didn't have all of that cool stuff. It was like, oh, magnets or a chandelier for a locker. It's like, what do you have in there? Like, this is a locker. What did you just say? Like, you have a chandelier? Like, let me see that. Or no, I swear, I opened somebody's locker and they were selling food. It was a whole fridge. Like, they had drinks, they had chips, they had cookies, they had they had anything you needed.
It's like Mexico, but in a locker.
Dude, I swear, they had Mexican candy. I swear. And they were selling it. They were making a whole business out of their locker. And I think that locker was, so there's green lockers, there's yellow, and then there's red. And then I think there's some blue ones. But like, this person had this yellow ass locker selling candy to all the people in the school. Like, they had their own business. It was wild. Like, I was walking past and seeing people smuggling.
Taxes. The man filed for taxes.
Probably. Like, with all the money she was making, I don't remember who it was. They were just making bank.
Dude, that reminds me of like elementary school when like those kids would get those like colorful rubber bands and make those bracelets.
Oh, yeah.
And then
I know
they would
exactly
sell
what those are.
And then you would like 25 cents for a bracelet or something like that.
Yeah, it's like, why do I want your rubber band bracelet?
Oh,
like,
I was all for it.
Get me those silly bands.
I would never make it. I would pay them to make it.
You would buy them.
I was like, I want this color and this color and this color. I'll give you the money tomorrow.
I will. Yeah, it's like, I will find those quarters.
And then I'd come home and I'd be like, Mom, Dad,
please, I need a deal.
No, hear me out. I was like, Mom, Dad, I was like, there's this snack bar and I want a snack.
Oh.
In the middle of school.
Right.
And they were like, okay, yeah, like, here's, like, my dad would give me his extra like cash that he just like had that day. And then like, he thought I got a pickle at the snack bar. No. I got my bracelet.
She's like starving. She's like, at least I got my silly band.
At least I got my bracelet.
Yeah, at least I got my colorful bracelet. What color would you get, though?
I think I would always get like a pink, a green, and a clear.
And a clear.
Yeah. I remember that bracelet. I probably still have it.
Like, it's somewhere in the house.
It is. Like, and I paid good money for that.
How much? How much would you?
I think I paid them like $1 something.
Dude, those people would charge so much for rubber bands. Like,
well, it took
what?
them time. And then I think, I don't remember who the person was, but I remember I asked them, can you make it for me? And then they got in trouble because they were making it mid-class. They got taken away. And I was like, discount.
Michelle, stop it right now. We are
making a bracelet? We're watching a movie.
No, it's like we're in the middle of an English lesson, and this girl is like,
she's like
making
crocheting. It's like those sticks. It's like,
really? So there was this girl who would have like in elementary, who would have like those plastic things. She had the whole kit. She would bring it to school. Like she had like a briefcase.
Yeah.
Like a big one too. And she would take it to school with like these rubber bands and like make them and stuff like in the middle of class. And then she would obviously get in trouble because it's like, girl, we are in the middle of an English lesson. Please stop making a bracelet that you're selling for $1.
What's 2 + 2? And she's like, what?
She's like, I don't know how to do that, but I know how to make this bracelet.
Can I make you a bracelet, miss?
Can I make a bracelet for you? Exactly.
Yeah, no, that's what that reminded me of when you said this kid had a whole snack bar in his locker.
A business.
Yeah.
These kids just know business. You know they're going to major in business. You just know.
As soon as they graduate.
They are
meant. What are you going for? Business, bro.
Business.
I've been in business all my whole life. Like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, I was born to do this.
That's actually so funny.
I started business since I was in elementary.
What was your business?
Oh, no, not me.
I
was the people supporting those businesses.
I was like the founder.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, no, actually, you know what? I would always want to buy from them. And I would kind of like bargain with them. I'm like,
hashtag
all right.
Support your local business.
Exactly.
Small businesses
your local
matter.
Small, exactly. And I would hashtag, and I would bargain with them. I'd be like, all right, you're selling this for $1.
I'll give you the homework.
Yeah, literally. Or I would be like, I will give you some of my lunch just to have this half off. Like, I need a sale, woman. Does it look like my parents give me like $1 in quarters or something? Or does it look like they give me money? They just give me my packed lunch and then they're like, go to school. Like, you got this. Like,
go use your packed lunch for whatever you want.
Go forward with your packed lunch. And I'm like, no.
What would you get, like Lunchables? You're like, dude, I'll give you 1 cracker with cheese and pepperoni.
You got Lunchables?
No, I didn't.
I didn't either.
That's what I was asking.
I got a wheat sandwich every day. A wheat sandwich with ham.
I don't think I'm
cheese.
understanding. It was wheat.
Wheat. It was a wheat sandwich.
I don't think I used to get lunch. My mom was like, I ain't got time for you.
Really?
Yeah, she'd make me get school lunch.
My dad would either I would get school lunch or my dad would make me this sandwich that would get soggy throughout the day.
Oh.
And during lunch, it would be like wet.
Okay, I actually remember. Wet. My dad would offer to make me lunch and I refused because he would make me a sandwich. And this man puts like everything, like tomato, and then he would put mayonnaise, like he'd put everything, everything in a sandwich.
Right.
And by the time it was lunch, it was wet, like you said. And I would literally
it was so
like gag. I was like, ugh. Like, I just couldn't. I couldn't eat it.
But like the thing is like would they put like mustard and ketchup and stuff and mayo? But my dad wouldn't do that. You know what he would do?
What made it wet?
I don't know. I think it was the ham, honestly. It was just wet. Just know when I opened up that sandwich, that bread was dripping with some type of ham juice. Or like, so this man is Mexican. My dad is a super Mexican man. And he's very creative and innovative. And what he would do because he would think that the condiments would make my sandwich soggy. So instead of putting it in the sandwich, this man would put the condiments in a Ziploc bag and just send it. He would just
make it yourself. DIY.
Yeah. Do it yourself. Yeah. Like build it. He would just give me the products and he was like, all right, build it when you get there. Like basically.
I gave you everything you needed and I'll just put it together.
Exactly.
No, yeah. That was in elementary school. I remember my dad would try and then it would literally be soggy. And I remember gagging. Like I remember literally being so disgusted of how wet that sandwich ended up.
It was wet.
So then fast forward to high school, my mom would offer me to make lunch. By that time she would offer because she worked at the high school.
Right.
And she was like, what do you want in the sandwich? And I was like, no mayonnaise, no tomato.
Oh.
Because it's gonna be wet.
I don't want.
no wet bread.
You're like, I already experienced this through elementary. I'm done.
I'm done.
No more.
Yeah, and so she wouldn't, and then she actually made like these like half-ass sandwich, and I was grateful for it because they weren't wet. Like,
right.
I did not like wet sandwiches.
I don't think anybody does. I would struggle to eat my wet sandwiches.
And then there's
It's
those
like,
kids with those Lunchables, and you're
yeah.
like, with your wet sandwich just pissed.
No, so somebody always brought SpaghettiOs.
I've never met someone who brought SpaghettiOs for lunch.
Oh my gosh. So I went to like a private school. So these kids had SpaghettiOs. They had the fancy stuff. Like if you're going to a private school, these kids are going to have like the Lunchables. They're going to have the SpaghettiOs. They're going to have all those canned goods that kids just go crazy for. And like, keep in mind, like when I was like in elementary, I was fat. So if I saw SpaghettiOs with my wet sandwich, what am I going to want? I was yummy. Yeah. I was like,
you're like a crackhead.
I was like, please give me the SpaghettiO, please. Like itching for it. Like, yeah, I wanted that. And I was jealous of those kids.
I remember this girl would have this lunch and it was so pretty.
Oh,
like she would have a PB&J sandwich.
You know, she had a white mom. I'm sorry, but white moms like to prepare their kids.
Yeah. Her mom definitely took the time. My parents were like, nah, a Ziploc bag, like paper bags. Like,
right,
there you go. Which is nothing wrong. Like, I'm grateful. You know, my parents.
The effort counts. It's the love and the effort.
Absolutely. Like, I'm so grateful. But I remember looking at her, and she had like these pretty green grapes and these pretty like PB&J and like fruit snacks, and I was like, I hate you.
It's like,
with my wet sandwich. I'm still kind of hurt about it. It's just
right.
And like I would never ask, like, can I have some? Because like, got my sandwich that my dad made me. Like,
right.
I don't know. I would feel bad. Like, I'm not gonna ask somebody for their lunch. I know people do that. I know kids do that. They're like, bro, I'll trade you.
I will trade you.
I had nothing to trade.
Yeah. I mean, neither did I, but like I would try and sell my wet sandwich. I would try and sell it to them. It's like, come on, man. Like
he took off the crust.
No, he left the crust. my dad trained me. He's like, start them young, make them eat the crust.
Your crust.
I tried to be like, Mommy, like, please take off the crust. She was like, no, you better eat it. Like, and she would make me eat the crust.
So the question of the day, crust on or off? Do
Crust
people
on.
still like crust
Off?
on or off? Like, do they like it, or would they rather off?
I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I guess this is just how I grew up, but like, if you take off the crust and you're older than like 10, sir, ma'am, whoever you are,
you need therapy.
Yeah, you need to eat the crust. You're probably the person who takes off the crust off the pizza. Like,
okay, you just threw a shot at me. I don't eat the crust on
you
pizza.
You should though.
The only time
so
I do
good.
is like, okay, the only time I do is like, I'm stupid hungry.
Yeah.
Like, I'll eat everything, but
right.
Like occasionally, like if I'm just like, oh, I'm just having a pizza, like I actually do not mind. I would give it to my mom because she loves bread. She's a fiend for bread.
Right.
But
oh my god, I'm a fiend for bread.
Yeah, but like crust. I'm talking about sandwiches here. Like pizza is a different story for me. But
I agree.
Like, okay, so you know those like Uncrustables.
Oh yeah. The peanut butter sandwiches,
look,
dude.
They smack because
school.
they don't have the crust. But at the same time, I'm not gonna like take the time. Like, I feel like by the time I'm done picking at the crust, I could be eating my sandwich right now.
Exactly. Like, I am so hungry though that you just, I don't know. To be honest, with the Crustables, that's all I ate throughout high school. To be honest, that and then like these pizzas that they would sell. I think it was pizza from Domino's. Oh my god.
They would sell Domino's pizza too.
It's good. It's good for high school. I mean,
it's good.
Like,
yeah,
it's good. It's good school food. I'm not gonna lie, but like, just I wouldn't eat breakfast, and I would like coffee. I would only have coffee. I'd be like tweaking. I'd be shaking. I'm like, yeah. I'd be like, I need food, and I'm shaking, and I'm like, the only thing that there is to eat is Crustables or Domino's pizza. And it was a choice. No other option. Yeah. Or a granola bar, actually. They would sell these like 50-cent granola bars. Like, if you get two, that's $1. That's a whole meal right there.
Yeah.
High school meal.
You can survive.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'll be fine for the rest of the day.
I actually didn't end up eating breakfast like majority of my high school because I would wake up sick. And I was like, nah, like I don't want to eat breakfast. And then the entire day I'm like tweaking. Like, just,
yeah, it's like, I don't feel good.
I'm hungry. Like, but so then like literally I did that freshman sophomore, junior year.
Right.
I finally learned senior year, and I would take snacks. And my mom's like, finally, like, I've been telling you this all your life. Like,
right.
Because she knows that I never eat. And, like, the good thing is that my mom worked at the school, so she also brought her snacks, and I'd steal her snacks.
You're like, oh, I'm still hungry, mama.
Yeah. So I actually didn't. Is that normal? Like, you know, high schoolers just don't eat breakfast?
Oh, well, I didn't. I mean,
I
I've
didn't
never.
either.
Actually, I would meet some people. So when you, like, meet those kids that are first starting to drive, like, they would always bring
Starbucks.
Yeah, they would go to Starbucks and have, like, a sandwich with them, and, like, or they would go to Blake's or something, and they would just have food. And I'm like, how are you eating right now? Like, I feel disgusting, and I've only had water.
All I had was my saliva.
So all I've had is saliva today. So
yeah, but kids are weird. We don't eat breakfast.
In conclusion, kids are weird.
And
Eat your crust.
They make businesses very young, selling silly band bracelets.
If you don't eat your
Cheetos.
crust, I won't talk to you.
Wow, that's a statement.
Well, a crust off of pizza, that's different. Like, oh shoot, if you don't eat it, whatever, I don't care. If you don't eat the crust off of the sandwich,
if I see you picking at your crust at lunch, it's on site with you.
It's on site. I will shove it down your throat. You better eat your crust.
Imagine a grown ass man has a sandwich and he's like picking at it. And like, you know how the crust never like goes in like picks off as one. You have to like do it in sections.
Dude, imagine. Well, when I would pick off the crust and then I did it perfectly, oh my god, how satisfying.
Yeah, but then like throwing the crust away, you kind of feel bad.
Yeah, it's like all those poor kids who can't eat, and here I am just picking off the crust. And in conclusion, eat your crust. There's kids who would want that.
Anyways, okay. Well, that was a good discussion.
It was.
Crusts and businesses
at a young age.
We love it. We love to hear it.
Love to hear it.
So that will be our first podcast introduction.
Bless you.
Excuse me. Introduction. I was gonna say a different word, but anyways, that's gonna conclude it. Again, I'm Navi.
I'm Adi.
And I hope you guys join us for Variety Coffee
more often.
Yeah, and obviously we would love to see suggestions of what to talk about, questions. We're thinking about doing questions of the day. We're thinking about having special guests, other local of our friends who are like influencers, like entertainment people who like spend time streaming, things like that. We want to have our friends over and just like share thoughts and just talk. So if you guys enjoyed this, please let us know, and I hope you guys stay tuned to listen for more.
Yeah,
you guys fun. Have a good day.
Yeah, love you guys.